This is Jump and Shoot playing The Simpsons Hit and Run Family Guy mode, and welcome to what could be very well the last episode of the channel. No, of Omega Ruby. Oh god. Alright, so what am I doing now? Okay. I tried to record this all in one sitting, and I had to save this for the next day. I was getting fucking tired. Whew. All right, so who's here? Everybody's dead. What happened? What the fuck happened? I have to leave and come back now. Oh my god. So here's the thing. I think this is worth talking about on a Pokemon game Let's Play. A couple months ago, Pocket Pair was about to be sued by Nintendo / Game Freak over not so much the any of the copyright infringement stuff. We're using like the Power designs, or the design of the PALs rather, which is surprising to me. But it's more about the patents of like the game mechanics that Nintendo is upset about, because it's really kind of just sucking the originality of it all out. Because yeah, no one really owns the idea of making like a creature game. Like, if that were the case, then Digimon would have been shut down like a long time ago, you know? But it's not. Like, nobody owns like the monster collecting genre, you know? But what Nintendo has made its own are like some of the mechanics that go on in Pokemon, like the whole using Pokeballs to capture Pokemon at low health, the idea of getting them down to low health, and then a percentage based on the capture rate would change based on how low the health is, stuff like that. And that's what Pokemon / or the Game Freak and Nintendo have been really after, because that's what Power World is starting to incorporate into its game mechanics. And I think on surface level, people are upset at Nintendo that they're going after a company who's just doing something the same thing as them. But I think it goes a little bit deeper than that, because the thing with Pocket Pair, I know I'm biased because I don't like Power World, but like the thing with Pocket Pair specifically as a company is that they've been copying games for a long time, like almost like shamelessly. I know that this started with their company all the way back when, like, 2017, after, like, pretty much shortly after Breath of the Wild came out. It might have come out earlier for the Wii U, but, like, after that, they made, they were planning to make Craftopia, which I don't think came out fully. It was still in early access hell for a long time. But, like, you look at Craftopia and look at Breath of the Wild, like, they're one-to-one. They're not even hiding how much they're copying someone's homework here. Like, come on. And then after that was what? Power World. And then after that was a game called Nevergrave, which is blatantly ripping off Hollow Knight with it's the same, like, Metroidvania ambient, like, aesthetic. Where, you know, even the background is lit the same, the characters animated the same, like, all the attacks are the same. Like, dude, you can't, why are you forgiving Pocket Pair just because they made Power World now? It's just like, just because they made a game similar to Pokemon. Like, I get it. Like, I get the people who are like, oh, I would like any monster collecting game because I like monster collecting the genre. Sure, fine. And I'm interested in Power World. Sure, fine. But, like, if Nintendo or the Pokemon Company doesn't put their foot down on shit like this, everyone is going to be just copying them. Like, imagine if we got, like... Or you actually, you know what is a better example? Enchanted Portals. That game also blatantly rip-offs, like, Cuphead's run-and-gun combined with the 1930s style. And it's like the same thing where, nobody owns using the style. In fact, like, I've seeing another indie game go around. I've seen the trailer for it called PI for Hire, or Mouse PI, or whatever it's called. and it's also a 1930s aesthetic, but it's like a Doom boomer shooter game, and I think that's a unique take on it. I've never seen anyone do that with that before. But like, you have another company doing yet another run and gun with the Cuphead style. Like, come on, you're acting. I don't get the sympathy for it. Like, dude, it's worse version of the thing you like. Why do you want more of that? Come on, I just don't get people sometimes. So yeah, this is like the third strike for Pocket Pair in terms of copying somebody else's game, like 1-to-1, and just calling it something different. So, you know, to me, Pocket Pair is kind of like when you search for a commonly known like series name in like, I don't know, the Google Play Store or iOS store. You just type in Mario and you get like Super Billy Bob's Adventure or Big Italian Man Stomping Through the Grass app game. Like, it's just vague bullshit just to avoid copyright infringement. And I feel like that's what Power World is to me. It's the whole so-and-so but at home meme, but it's like, I think it's worse than that. Because you know what? Like, I want to say, I would use that term like more endearingly. Like, Mina the Hollower is the indie version of those Game Boy Color Zelda games, and I like those, but Mina the Hollower is so much more like work put into it, you know. And it's like, I feel like it's the at-home version, but better because they're not doing it like that anymore. It's a more welcome, you know. And that's it. Like, and the fucking gall to copy an indie game. It's already indie. And if you're copying like a AAA or, you know, a first party game, I can kind of see that happening a lot of the time. Like, there's so much of that. But copying an indie game, that's just bad to me. Like, that's like copying an indie musician, you know. It's like, dude, leave them alone. They don't need any shit stolen from them. Why? Anyway, that's my TED talk on my Pocket Pair. Is like not even shit for just the Power World stuff. In fact, I've already said before, but like a lot of people that come up with arguments against supporting Pocket Pair and Power World are more about like, oh, they support AI, they like using AI, they it's in one of their games. I don't know what's called, but it's some other game where you generate an AI and it's like Pictionary but with AI. I don't fucking know. And then there's also the part where people pick apart like the problematic moral stuff with Power World. Like, well, you can even enslave humans. It's about enslaving animals. It's like, well, there's worse games out there, you know. What, like Postal is about like killing random people. You could do worse shit in GTA. Like, that's like saying, oh, don't play GTA because you can kill hookers in it. I mean, it's a fucking game. There's worse examples of stuff you do in games that are immoral, but it's like a game, you know. I thought I was already in the cutscene. It was like, now I'm awkwardly standing in the background like Sora in Kingdom Hearts and some other Disney game. Or some other Disney movie. Aren't we happy now? Yes. What could be better, dear Esther? Haha. But yeah, I didn't really care. I mean, I cared a little bit, but then I think it goes beyond that stuff. That's just, no, this company sucks because they just rip off people. You know, forget about the whole, like, oh, they do this, they do that crap. They suck in general. And that's their track record. They're just copying people. Like, why would you want to support that? I get maybe supporting Power World specifically just because it's more quote unquote. Well, no, I don't want to say it's like a Pokemon game. Like, it's a completely different game that just happens to have like to give the illusion of having familiar Pokemon designs because they rip off like elements of so and so and so and so in this design or whatever. But they're kind of a shit company for ripping other games off. What about you? Have you ever had to do something like that? I have never. You're just too honest. You must have. Don't you know that you're supposed to agree and then we share a touching moment of pain? Oh, I get it. You're deconstructing my arbitrary choice in the dialogue. Ah, you're so awesome, Zinnia. I used to watch the stars like this all the time, together with Aster. We were always together in good times and bad. Oh, actually, I forgot to mention this. When you're talking to Wallace and some other characters leading up to this moment, I think Wallace says something about, oh, he knew some tall dude from Kalos who did something. It's like another reference to AZ. So it's kind of cool that they're trying to tie him into more things, because he's like such a mysterious character. He's just a giant French guy who lived through the Pokemon War and gains immortality. I don't know. I don't know why he's there. Like, I don't know how long ago the Pokemon War was for him to appear just in the present. But whatever. I want to see her. I don't know who Aster is. I want to be with her again. My sweet Aster. Let's see. Let's Google search who is Zinnia's Aster and see what comes up. Okay, hold up. I found an article, or a page, or rather, on Bulbapedia. So in this game, she just mentions Aster by name, so you just assume that, like, oh, it's somebody she knew who's probably dead now or whatever. But in the manga, it says that Aster used to be one of the Draconids and was the original lore keeper before Zinnia. And they used to hang out all the time and do stuff together. F is for friends who do stuff together. And according to this little trivia blurb, she was a person with powers. That's all we know about Aster. She's some dragon lady. And you know what's also interesting is that her name is Aster, starts with an A, and Zinnia's name starts with a Z. It's another reference to AZ. So there's a lot of AZ. I don't know what you call it. Just there's a lot of AZ stuff. And you know how like Kingdom Hearts always like uses the letter X and everything. Oh, there's Xehanort, there's the Keyblade with the X, like there's X, there's X, this, X, that, X Twitter, like that's why Elon Musk changed the name of Twitter to X. He was like, you know what, I really want to make the nobody Twitter, so he put an X in the middle of it. But yeah, there's AZ the character, and then Zinnia and Aster, which is AZ again. And then there's Pokemon Legends Z to A, which is reverse of that. And then in this game, they mention stuff like Project Azoth, like whatever the fuck that's gonna be. Gosh, I still don't know to this day like what the fuck they were going with any of that. But anyway, let's keep playing. Mum? I will, won't I? With this a little longer. So I guess to cope, she named Whismer Aster. So it's like she's talking to Aster. Oh, I get it. And then Whismer's like, what the fuck you on about, lady? Does anybody else think that Whismer's eyes are disgusting? It's just like 4 holes. And it's kind of gross. Like, I thought that those are just like little wrinkle lines. Like, oh, its eyes are actually really, really tiny. But no, its eyes are plus signs. Just fleshy plus sign holes. Like, this gotta trigger somebody's trypophobia, right? Like, come on. Like, come on. You know, I think it's time I gave it a shot. I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. If something happens to me, please take this little one. Oh. She's planning on dying. Isn't that cool? Editor, play some cool music. Do sacred fire, the stricken fright, in the great sight, my life as well as I offer. The holes are giving off a blinding light. I summon thee to aid this fight and save us all from disaster. Realize them upon this world. For this I do summon thee. Rayquaza! Rayquaza is sent out. Rayquaza is sent out. That's how I learned to say most Pokemon names, is through Battle Revolution. You know, where you get like Claydol and Rayquaza and
Togetic is sent out.
Enough ellipses. Zinnia's keystone does not react. Huh? How can this be? I gathered all of the keystones that could withstand your... I think in the comic or the manga, holy shit. Okay, I thought it was just like Rayquaza bit her or something, but no, in the manga, Rayquaza stabs her with his tail, and then a bunch of fucking blood comes out, and then he hyper beams her. Like, oh my god. Woo! Woo! I guess we can say that the game is a lot more tame if you think about it. So, for context, Zinnia wants to fight you, the player, so that the Rayquaza wants to see somebody like prove themselves in front of him before he does anything. What? It can't be. The one without enough power is you, Rayquaza? The meteorites should lie within Rayquaza's great body aren't enough? Rayquaza's full of meteorites? How are these thousand years drained them of their power? I've tried nothing. I'm all out of ideas. Everything I've done until now. Aster, I can't take anymore. You're out of your league, dude. Oh wait, but I'm flashing. Yumps' meteorite began to glow. My kidney stones are sparkling. Oh, that's bad. Gotta see a doctor about those. That's... The glow of Yump's meteorite grew even stronger. It turns out the meteor was actually a big rock the whole time and didn't do anything of consequence. What, the meteorite? It's just like a megastone? So do I just... Rayquaza eats the meteorite. Okay. Light is spilling far over the river. Do you have to fight him, or is it just like scripted that they give him to you? I played this game before, I just don't remember. Whoa, eating rocks as it allows it to store as much power as a megastone. Who knew? It's like he doesn't even need a megastone, and you can put on a choice band on him and make him evolve. Isn't that great? Anything goes tier, lol. And then Rayquaza farts in your face also. It's amazing, Yumps. Rayquaza is trying to build up power. Wants you to do something for it. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I had it backwards. Rayquaza wants to fight you so that I can learn that it's actually a bitch in disguise. And then you fight Zinnia. Alright. Let's see here. I think I do actually have to catch it for this script to go work. Which is actually kind of cool. Usually the game just carries on until... Usually the game just carries on like after a legendary dies. Like, you know, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, in other games and such. Okay, let's use Nuzzle so you can get paralyzed. Oh, you're way faster than I thought you were. And we're both. Okay. Okay, great. What else do you do? You probably have a flying move, so we can't use that. I'm gonna counteract you with my own guy here. So another thing is, I've been also seeing like some of the patents that Game Freak has, or Nintendo has like tried to file with the what do you call it, the patent office, and some of them are kind of ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, because like I see one here that's like the gamification of health awareness based on sleep patterns. This is obviously for Pokemon Sleep. They filed this all the way back in 2022, and Pokemon Sleep I think came out this year. Like Pokemon Sleep is dumb. I'm sorry, but there's also other. I've got to say, I want to say there's at least like 2 other apps that are themed around something that like observe your sleep patterns, or maybe it's just like a regular sleep pattern app. But yeah, they're patenting the gamification of that. So everybody else who wants to make a, I don't know, a Dragon Quest sleeping app, like, too bad. The Pokemon already did it, which means no one else can. And that's the kind of shitty thing about like patents, is that like something so conventional as, I don't know, a health bar in a video game, or a comeback mechanic, or like some other basic thing that a game has, a company can patent that, and then it's just gonna ruin things for everybody else. Like my go-to examples are like the Nemesis system in one of those WB Lord of the Rings games. Like they also tried to patent that to make it so that nobody else could do this, because this is now their original idea. But it's like the Nemesis system, all it is just like you have an AI or CPU character that just remembers that you attacked it, so they form like vendettas against you, or vendettas against you. Like they plan revenges and stuff like that. They were, you know, the whole mechanic where I don't know if this is even a Nemesis mechanic, but you know, in like those Telltale games where like you do something and a character will remember that. Like that's also kind of similar. Imagine if like a game patented that, and then which meant no other game could do that, which means we wouldn't have stuff like that. I don't know. This is a spoiler. That Wendigo game, Outlast, you know, other similar kinds of game like that. We wouldn't get any of those because some company patented something like that. Now, this is a problem because Rayquaza is pretty strong. In fact, I shouldn't even bother with this and just use the Master Ball just to get the fucking story going. But anyway, here's another patent. And, oh my god. And you know what I also hate? What the fuck? He left. Is the language that these all use. They have to use like the broadest terms necessary so that it can not be copied so easily. Or they want to use the broadest terms possible to make it really hard for people to use, you know? Like this non-transitory computer readable storage medium having stored therein game program, game system, information processing apparatus, and information processing method. I don't know what the fuck this means, but Nintendo filed it this year in May 2024, and then it got published in August this year. Wow. An example of a game program: a ground boarding target, an object, or an air boarding target is selected by a selection operation. I think it's just mounts. It's just mounts. WoW has mounts. Lots of games have mounts. You get on the damn animal, you get off the damn animal. Like, why is it using so much language to describe that shit? It's so annoying. Alright. He's gonna use fly. Okay. Okay, well, my rain stopped, which means we do have a problem. I didn't bring that many Pokeballs. Let's just try... Do I have my Master Ball? Yeah, it's right there. Okay, Ultra Ball. Let's just start doing stuff. Oh, this has to be scripted for sure. Okay. I didn't even have to... I wonder if you have to at least, like, damage it before it'll just get captured. This Rayquaza definitely has a reduced capture rate. Or, heightened capture rate. It's said to have lived for hundreds of millions of years. Legend remains of how it put to rest the clash between Groudon and Kyogre. Do we get to see that? No, not in this game, lol. Sorry, everybody who wanted to see that. Rayquaza wishes to join your party. I know. I'll take out this dumbass Pelipper. How about that? Would you like to send Pelipper? Goodbye. Get out of my house. Is it over? Murr. 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 Let's take a look at that secret formula, shall we? Murr. History has changed you. History has changed you. The truth remains that Rayquaza chose you and not me. But, well, I don't know how exactly to put it into words. I think I understand why. You will be successor to our long history now. The main character becomes a Draconid. And I pass to you the final key to Rayquaza's true power. The move that can only learn, Dragon Ascent. And then she farts on you. Why do you keep saying that? Stop saying that. Rayquaza succeeded to the power of the Dragon Ascent. That's it then. I guess it's time that I do my last task as Lore Keeper. You have attained Rayquaza's power for your own, and now I will prove. Now you have to prove to me that you can master that power in battle. That is my final. That is the final. That is the final. That was the final. That was the final. Oh, she's having a stroke. She's having a moment here. My pulse, I can feel it racing. Yes, I'm feeling totally pumped. Oh, ah! Oh, she's blushing. Why is she blushing? She's filled with so much power that she's also an animal. Look at her. Lore Keeper Zinnia sent out Goodra. Oh boy. Okay, I will admit that her theme is pretty cool. You got some cool like violins and shit in there. Alright, it wants me to use this, so I guess I will. Like, why not, right? What could Google possibly... Oh, Ice Beam? Why would you... Ooh. Why would you give me regular... I guess, you know what? They didn't want it to be easy. Who said this game was easy? Me? Alright, if I know anything about Goodra, is it has high special defense, so we're not gonna fuck around with that. Look, it's the metagame killer because... Whoa. Hey, the emulator doesn't like when you Mega Evolve. Yeah. Delta Stream. Yeah. I do like Dragon Ascent's animation. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's right. It lowers both your defenses. So, well, she has 5 Pokemon, and I have 5 PP to use for that move. So I think the math works out, except I have to stop using that. Mega Rayquaza does look pretty sick. He's got a bunch of lines coming off of him. Well, the light stuff on the side of him come out and they flow behind him. It looks fucking sick. I don't know why he gets a shovel face though, but he has a bunch of like cool new like wings on him. You know what's weird is that this is his mega form. This is not his primal or virgin form, because I guess Rayquaza is not an old man who gets to be his ultra old self, unlike the other two. They're just ancient Pokemon. Noivern. Oh yeah, So lore is that Zinnia's friend Aster had a Noivern, and I think it's theorized that this is her Noivern that she like adopts. Maybe I don't know. Oh, did my Pokemon get fully healed? Like, Gritty was dead. Hey, how dare you lower my... Yeah, everybody's healed now. Yeah, how dare you lower my attack? Do you know who I am? I'm fucking... Oh. I'm fucking Mega Rayquaza. I'm the metagame killer. Yeah. You know, this fight is kind of trivial since they give you Rayquaza. Well, yeah, they you capture it and it like becomes the lead of your team like instantly. And if I remember, the game doesn't carry on unless you put it in your party, which is kind of lame, I guess. I guess it falls to you now. That settles it then. Yep, you should be even able to beat that meteoroid that's approaching the planet. You and Rayquaza together. I am leaving this task to you, our new successor, Yumps. You and Rayquaza must protect nature, the Pokemon, and people. Okay, now it's going to happen. Oh, this game does have a super cool like anime music. I can't believe I can't believe it. There are people who out there who think this part is fucking lame and ridiculous and over the top for Pokemon, but it's fun. Come on, this is the first time they've ever done something like this cinematic. Yeah, 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 go, yeah. Yeah! Yeah! Now we're in space. You get to see this cool space background. I'm gonna turn the music down now. And this is what Rayquaza looks like when he's flying. He flies in a big old triangle because he's a Delta Pokemon. Or he's a Delta-shaped dragon. Yeah, it's a meteor that's gonna... That thing is not a threat. Well, I guess it was gonna hit Moss Deep City, and that's bad. But like, who needs Moss Deep anyway? Who was there? Steven's house? We don't need fucking Steven's house. Pew! And, okay, now this part is kind of hype, like an in-game version of the mystery event from Pokemon Emerald. Who's that Pokemon? Do-do-do! It's a Xenomorph! So I don't know what its like triangle is. Is it like its cocoon or something? But anyway, Deoxys is here. He's cool. The cool space virus may be an Ultra Beast Pokemon. Deoxys appeared. Oh, and I like that when you're in space, the Pokeball has like 0G gravity. You just said 0G gravity. You know what that means? That means zero gravity, you dumbass. Hey, you know what? I don't care. Now, what I could do is style by using extreme speed. Oh my god. Alright, well, I don't want to hit it again because it could die. Let's see here. Let's just use my Premier Ball. How about that? Nope. Deoxys has an insanely low catch rate, and you know what? Rightly so. It's the final It's a fucking alien. It's the biggest legendary in this game. So he's gonna be hard to catch for sure. Psycho Boost. Okay. So he has Psycho Boost, Hyper Beam. Who else? I don't think he can hit Invincible. I'm invincible! Let's see. I'm gonna try a few more attempts and then just use the Master Ball just to get this over with. And actually, there's another patent. No, did I get that one? Fuck. Okay, another Ultra Ball. Okay, guy. Oh, you actually can't touch him. That's cool. Let's see. Can I weaken you a little bit? Just don't go overboard with it, okay? Okay. Well, Shedinja, you killed Deoxys. You didn't even level up after that. You wasted my time yet again. I don't know if you can get Deoxys if you kill him in this event anymore. Let's find out. Okay, you can... if you want to rebattle Deoxys, because if you killed him on accident, like me, you can go back to Sky Pillar here on this platform, and then he shows up. He comes down to Earth, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck you guys up again. How about that? And then even though you say, didn't I kill you last time? He's like, shut up. You received a letter from Aster. Murmur. Okay, bye. Another thing about Pocket Power and Power and everything, is that, like, if you want an actual like Pokemon like experience, there's other games out there. That's why I never got that, like, people who take Power World as a substitute or like a successor to Pokemon, because I think that's where the series should go, is start implementing all these game mechanics. And it's like, that seems like very ingenuine to me to say that. Like, I don't think a real Pokemon fan would be down for that, if you know what I mean. The energy, like, there's Koromon. I've already said this. There's Koromon. I almost wanted to play Temtem. That seemed like something close enough that had its own things going for it. And, there's something like Cassette Beast is out there. I flip-flopped on it. I realized I don't want another one right now, since I'm already in the middle of playing all these other Pokemon games. I'm going to get burnt out on the genre if I keep playing a bunch of them. But we can confirm that the Meteoroid has been destroyed, sir. I think Nexomon is popular. Like, there's tons of other options. Like, why this one? I don't get it still. Like, if you just want a survival game, there's better ones. I've already said this in person. The friends, like, there's better survival games out there. Just fucking play Minecraft. Like, why do you want? Enough of that shit. We're talking about Pokemon Omega Ruby now. The Meteoroid is having another stroke again. The tank the powers above. Calm yourself, man. There are no powers above. There's no God.
Fuck
God.
He ain't real.
Go America.
Go America.
Oh, who am I kidding? I'm so happy I could kiss you. Whoa. Pokemon woke? Implying two men kiss? What the fuck? We did it. We actually did it. Wow. Success is ours. There's a big age difference between us because I have gray hair and you have brown hair. Thank you, Yumps. I can kiss you. Ew, go away from me. I'm a child. Oh, we saved the Cancer Kids family. I'll be leaving then. Goodbye, Mom. Goodbye, Dad. Wait just a minute, Wally. That's right. Are you okay? You look like you were in some trouble recently when the strange thugs came around. Strange thugs? What were they talking about? What is Wally's arc where their thugs came around? My Pokemon and I are fit for anything. I'll say Yumps and got my keystone back from me. Oh, that's right. He was robbed by Zinnia. And Mr. Norman gave me a ticket to a resort that sounds really neat. I can't wait to go check it out. My, our child is too stupid to live. Yes, he deserves to die. Goodbye. Goodbye, dead son. Goodbye. Alright. ... Great dialogue here, guys. Great dialogue. ... You know what? Put 3 dots on the screen. Editor. ... You editor. Put 6 more dots. Editor. Fill the whole screen with dots. Editor. Thank you. God. Oh my god, it keeps going. I'm with you, dude. I'm with you, Tabitha. Okay, they're having a moment. They're like apologizing to each other. Huh? You must also forgive me. Courtney, I never imagined. Courtney, I never imagined. I never could have imagined. How very loyal to me you were. Thank you, Perry the Platypus. You were very loyal to me. Nor did I imagine even one iota that shock you must experience due to my recent speech and conduct, or how could it repay you? You're the one who drove to such extreme act with me. I am truly sorry for that. Professor Doofenshmirtz Incorporated does not apologize for anything I have said or done in the past. Goodbye. You see, Courtney, I would like to start on a new path. There are truths that I have learned because of the mistakes I have made. They pity me against others and who are not like me against and ideas that differ from mine. They tell me the importance of understanding these others even though we may continue to cause pain to another. Wow, that's very profound. You know, it's a metaphor for, you know, just being an outright dick to people and feeling remorse from that. And that holds true whether the Pokemon I face is a human, or the opponent I face is a Pokemon, a human, or even the thought of the might of nature itself. I will take this step forward, free from hesitation, and meet my foe. And together we will find a way to create, not destroy, or to That is the vision that I, Maxie, have for Team Magma's future. Will you come with me on this journey as well, Courtney? Wow, you cry a lot, you silly bitch. You see, Tabitha's laughing. He thinks it's funny. Oh no, Steven and Wallace are gonna make out. There's a lot of ship art of Steven and Wallace. Don't ask me how I know this. You can find it on your own. It's very easy to find. I will still owe you for your help at the Sky Pillar. Thank you for that. Haha, how unlike you to be so thoughtful. You know, this experience really brought it home for me again. There's still so much about this world that I do not know. I wonder what could have happened to Hoenn if Yumps had not been there to aid us with the super aged Pokemon. I was alone and powerless. There's no one person in this world who knows all. No one can do all. None who can do all. Steven, there is no cause for such words as could concern. Don't worry, it's just that I am so shocked by my own disappointing performance. But rather what? I was just thinking about how much there is to learn about nature, about Pokemon, about my own fellow humans as well. Beep boop, my fellow humans as well. I am not a robot. I am a robot with human emotions. I have to keep living in this huge wide world. I want to walk this world on my own 2 feet to see with my own eyes. Have you not been doing that? Have you not been doing those things already? Like, you didn't suddenly just become human. What? I needed to put into practice all the advice I ever gave to Yumps. That's what I'm thinking right now. Okay. He's like, you know what? I need to stop telling people what to do and start doing what I tell people to do. You see, he can't intend to. Haha. I no need to fear. I won't disappear at once. I'll be doing my duty on behalf of the Pokemon League. When the time does come for me to pursue my own hopes, well, I hope that you, Wallace, will be behind me to lend a hand. What is that, like, hinting that he's gonna put Wallace as the champion when he leaves? Like, I wish we could have seen that in this remake instead. Like, you know what they could have done is, after the base game, they still do the Delta episode, but the whole region updates to have all the changes from Emerald. Like, sure, the gym leaders can have their dumb original teams, and after you beat the game in the Delta episode, then they have their Emerald teams, and you can refight them. Wallace is the champion. You know, other stuff like that. They can still do that. I'm getting to like the final criticism. Like, I like Gen 3. That's my bias. And I like some of the other the quality of life changes a lot. Like, enough to, you know, say that this is my second favorite remake. But, I can't deny that this could have been better. For sure. Like, the region looks really nice, updated in this Gen 6 engine. This came to me in, like, a long enough time from playing Gen 3 that this was a really welcome game at the time for me. Like, oh, it's been so long since I played Gen 3. I want to play it in these shiny new graphics on my 3DS that I play all the time already. Like, this was a good game to come out for me around that time. I put so much time into this already, but I'm not gonna be one of those people that just because I spend a lot of, it's good because I spend a lot of time in it. Well, no, like I still see some of the flaws in this for sure. I think there's just a lot more things that people don't appreciate, like a lot of the little things that people do not appreciate. Like, what you're asking for is a remake of Emerald, and people didn't get that, so they're gonna shit on everything that this game like tries to introduce, like the dex nav stuff, like hunting for Pokemon in a certain, like, in a really cool way. Playing a version of Gen 3 Ruby and Sapphire that like has all this access to all this stuff. The region is updated with like new Pokemon. There's ways to get things in this game. There's ways to get a lot of legendaries. You can get both bikes, different from the original Emerald, where you had to like go back to the guide to pick one and switch between them all the time. But in this game, nobody really mentions how, like, if you talk to certain NPCs. I haven't done it yet, but you talk to like 3 NPCs with like using the different bikes, and it like does free advertising for the shop, so that you go to the guy and says, hey, you know what, I'll give you both bikes, that way you don't have to like come to me every time to switch bikes. Like, that's another good change that this game does better than Emerald and the first 2 games. Like, there's tons of stuff like that just people don't appreciate, because it's not remaking Emerald, my favorite game. Yeah, like, dude. And another thing, I'm just like, I feel way more nuanced about my criticism of this game. Like, if I was just fully one way, this game is shit, like, that's just not true. And that really is like just that full-on negativity that you see sometimes when people are critical of stuff. It's like, you can't say anything good about it. You can't say, and if people start to say something good about it, then people look at you weird. And it's like, well, like, are you so bad at finding like the good parts of it that you're just gonna call the whole thing bad? Like, dude. And this is coming from someone who has been pretty negative on some games that people really like. Case in point, Power World. But gosh, I think I do value all the little things this game has, which makes it much more better to replay. Like, I literally replayed this entirety in the middle of playing Scarlet and Violet because I was actually bored by like I was actually bored by all the freedom I had in Scarlet and Violet. I was like, oh, I could have to chart out my whole fucking game plan. I have to go here. I have to map out my whole experience, and like that's not fun to me. Like people shit on like linear games, but like you can just actually play this instead of have to chart out the whole fucking experience before playing in the middle of playing the game. It's so not cool to me anymore. Announcement: thank you for bidding the Moss Deep Space Center. This center will be closing shortly. Get out. Go the fuck home. Game is over. Please make sure you don't forget anything when you leave, because we're gonna keep it or take it home and give it to our kids, and they're gonna break it. It's true what they say though. Time really flies when you're having fun. Too bad the fun's over, and the game has to end. See you tomorrow. Aw, you bitch. Well, time to go home. You're back. Welcome home, yumps. We made your favorite dinner, cookies. I love cookies. HP goes up by 30. Omega Ruby Delta episode end. Well, that was Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Loved by a few, hated by many, and I don't get it. This is a good 3DS game. It's a good Pokemon game. It's a good remake. Most of it, at least 80% of it is good. Just, the one crippling flaw. I don't even care about the updated teams that much, but I do understand it. But the one flaw, like the updated gym leader teams, but the one flaw is obviously the Battle Frontier. The fucking cock tease of the Battle Frontier is that the battle was Zord, and I got my hopes up like so high. Like, oh, how are they gonna incorporate all that shit? Oh god. Actually, yeah, this is another one of those things. Like, after you beat the game, like you just beat the Elite Four like 2 more times, and this guy gives you like way more starters to use, and that's cool of him. That's cool of this game, that you can like have access to so many Pokemon. And then I don't get people who are put off by the national dexes. If it's like a full-on Pokedex, fine, but like just having the Pokemon in the game and like ways to get them as well, I also value a little bit more than, like the newer games now have to be like, oh, we can't have every Pokemon, sorry, it's just gonna have like 400 or so in the other game. The other Pokemon are just gonna not be in this one, sorry. It's like that. It's kind of shitty to me. No, I picked what's his name, Swampert. So if I was gonna keep playing, I would probably pick Typhlosion, since there's way better grass types to use in this game. Meganium sucks. Chikorita sucks. It's cute, but to use in the game, it sucks. It's a bad time. Go at Cyndaquil. You all get to see my secondary starter pick. Like, after this, you get the Gen 4 starter, and then you get a Gen 5 starter, then you get a Gen 6 starter. It's all pretty cool. Well, I hope to see you later. I have a feeling that I will if I stick around here, lol. I'm sure you have way more starters that you're hoarding somewhere. Anyway, this has been Jump and Shoot. I'm gonna go drink lots of water now.